Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be showing you guys how to make the most delicious beef soup. To get started, here are the ingredients I will be using. Here I have some ground provisions. Now, just in case there might be some people who don't know what ground provisions is, here is what it looks like. So here I have some cassava or yucca. I have some eddo root, sweet potatoes, and some ripe or yellow plantains. And here I have my beef that I went ahead and seasoned really well. And I'll be using some split peas and pumpkin. I also have some chicken noodle soup. I have some carrots. I have onions, garlic, bell peppers, green onions, and cilantro. And for my seasonings, I'll be using complete seasoning, sazon seasoning, chicken bouillon, black pepper. I have some thyme and 2 hot peppers. So here's what I use to season my beef. First, I wash the beef really well with some vinegar, and I will be using some of my homemade green seasoning. I'll leave the link to this down in the description box so you guys can see all the goodies and the lovely stuff I have in here. And to that, I will be adding some chicken bouillon, some complete seasoning, meat seasoning, and some black pepper. So basically, I added all of the seasonings to the beef, massaged it really well, and I set it aside to marinate for about 2 hours. Next, I will be pressuring the split peas, pumpkin, and the beef in my instant pot. I will pressure them for about 20 minutes, and then I'll show you guys what's next. So here in a separate pot, I did went in with about 1 tablespoon of oil, and now I'll be adding my onions, peppers, garlic, my green onions and cilantro, and I will allow them to go for about 3 minutes just to release those flavors and aromatics. Next, I'll go in with the ground provision except the ripe plantains. You want to save those for later. Then we will add our carrots and we will also add our seasonings here to flavor this up a bit. Then we will add some water, cover, and allow this to boil until they are tender. This should take no longer than 15 to 20 minutes. So while our soup is in the making, we will go ahead and make some dumplings. Here I have some all-purpose flour, and to this I will be adding some baking powder. I'll be adding some ground cinnamon for flavor. If you never had cinnamon in your dumplings, you should try it. I have sugar. I like my dumplings sweet, so I have extra sugar here, and I will be adding a little bit of salt. We will now mix this in, and then we will start adding the water a little at a time until we form a nice soft dough. And once everything comes together, this is how your dough should be looking. Nice and soft. Now we will let this hang out on the countertop until our soup is almost done. So once my beef was done pressuring, I went ahead and separated the beef from the split peas and pumpkin. And what I'll do now is go in with my hand blender and I will blend this until it forms a puree. I don't like it chunky inside of my soup, so I like to blend it until it is smooth. And once you're all done, this is how it should be looking. Now let's move on to the next step. So after about 20 minutes, this is how my ground provisions are looking. I will now add the rest of my ingredients to this and continue the cooking process. Now I will add my split peas and pumpkin puree here. This will add beautiful color and texture to the soup. I will also add my beef here. And then I will add the ripe plantains. I didn't want to add them too soon because I didn't want them to disappear in the pot. So now I'll add them. Then I will add the Grace chicken noodle soup mix here. That will add extra taste and flavor to the soup. And then we will add the thyme and the 2 hot peppers. We will cover and allow this to simmer on medium heat until the plantains are fully cooked. And you know, we just want everything to marry and become one with each other. So we let this simmer for about 15 minutes and then I will show you guys the next step. So at this point, we will now go in with the dumplings. You want to add the dumplings in when the soup is done, basically, because the dumplings don't take a long time to cook. You can roll your dumplings into whatever shape you like. You can do them in an oblong shape, a round shape, whatever. And I will now add them in and they will sink to the bottom. And once they rise up to the top and start floating, that's how you know they're done. They will take about 5 minutes to cook, not very long. So we will let them simmer for about 5 minutes and then our soup is done. So finally, guys, our soup is done. I know what you guys are thinking. The soup is taking so long because it had so many steps and all that. But remember that anything that's good takes time. You cannot rush good food. And this is simply amazing, guys. This soup is off the chain. It is full of flavor. It is so filling. It is rich. And it is absolutely delicious. I do hope you guys give this recipe a try. Okay guys, so this is how I make a super delicious, flavorful and filling beef soup. I do hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, share it, leave a comment down below. And don't forget guys, hit that subscribe button for me. I will leave all the ingredients and measurements down in my description box. And I will see you guys in my next video. Enjoy!